life.
It's even on both sides. If it was a woman, if it was a girl who just became 21 and a nigga who was 33 and she was pregnant,
but y'all ain't had nothing to say.
Permanent decisions. It's not about dating. It's permanent.
When Diddy was with younger women, y'all have nothing to say. When Future was with Lori Harvey, it's fucking crickets. No, I'm gonna say people's names.
Pando killed the beat.
Welcome back to the Anthony Spade channel. Before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe button, and notifications button if you haven't already. And leave a comment, let me know what you think about this video. Next, I would not be talking about all women, even though it feels like it. And if you haven't subscribed to my second channel and you want the music to the intro, go to my homepage, all right? Today, I'm going to be reacting to Brittany Renner and DJ Akademiks. This is fresh off the press. We're not going to waste any time. Let's get to it because this is my first time watching it and I'm going to watch it with you. Let's do it.
I don't even know he's going to like the fuck. Was he in the league at the time?
No, he was still at Kentucky. Okay.
And you're Brittany Renner, who he's seen all over the fucking media with these people.
Okay, so this is what I really get so fucking annoyed about is like, so when do you as men take accountability? You're old enough to ride this ride. You want to fuck with me. You want to come at me. You want to fuck me raw. So why are we babying men who make decisions for themselves? Like I told you, I was on birth control up until I had a conversation with my baby father. So what do you think happened? So I imagine I gotta leg lock him. No, let me.
The maturity of men and women are different.
No, stop. No, it's because men and women are held to different standards. Y'all want to look at a 20-year-old who wanted to fuck. I was 26 when I met him. You want to fuck with me? Here's what it is. Nope. Like, stop acting like someone had to pull the wool over his eyes.
She is somewhat correct about that. She's somewhat correct. All right, that she's not manipulating him. He's making decision on his own, and he knew exactly what type of guy he was when he got involved with her. That's one thing that men need to take accountability for. But I don't knock him because he's just like you. And we're talking about PJ here. A lot of these guys don't have any street smarts or women smarts, which is what brings them to the internet, brings them to this community in order to learn. So I understand what she's saying, but she has to understand too, is that not a lot of guys are aware of women like her because they're blinded by their desires. That's one thing a woman would never be able to relate to you.
I was exactly who I am right now. And stop, let me finish. I have no reason to be. I have no reason to lie about anything that I've done or the person that I am, and I believe in full transparency. The ideal relationship to me is for my partner to know everything about me. So please stop playing this victim narrative. If you wanted to just fuck me and just say she's trophy pussy, I hit Brittany Renner, that's that. Why did we have a baby? Our baby's name is Paul Jermaine Washington III. Does that sound like an oops baby? Does that sound like someone who was bamboozled? You asked me to move in with you. You wanted me to have your child at 22 years old. And here we are. I told you
Guys have to understand, women are gonna always flip the story around whenever kids are involved. Whenever guys start making a mistake, a woman's going to always flip it around. She's going to say, he knew exactly what it was. He made me move in with him. He wanted the baby. I did all that for him. She is right because that's what she knew that he wanted. But she knew what she was going to get from the deal no matter what. She knew how playing into his weakness was going to lead to her getting the money at the end. Women are not afraid to have kids. Their bodies are built for it. And society has it set up for them to survive if they just have a child. But what she was doing is taking advantage of a weak man. And with her being mature as she was around men like that are weak, typically a woman to be like, I'm not going to get involved with a guy like this because I know that he likes me more than I like him. But in her situation, it was an opportunity open for her to take advantage.
okay to wait. I'm not in a rush. I'm a very spiritual person. I trust in divine timing.
I know trying to get married to him?
No, I'm not trying to. I just
told
you.
Were you?
I was. I thought that was my guy. And like, I don't know why it's so hard for y'all to believe that. Like in my mind, it's crazy to me that the age gap between Jay-Z and Beyonce, crickets. The age gap between Lori Harvey and Michael B. Jordan, it's crickets. Y'all don't have the same energy. Lori Harvey's 24. There's a 10-year age gap between her and Michael B. Jordan. Stop. But y'all picking, what's the age gap?
No, not talking about.
What's the age gap?
Hold on.
No, because it's couple goals for people.
She's right about the age gap. She's right about the age gap. The age gap is a good thing. It's good for the man to be older than the woman. But the way that she's trying to make it sound like it's a problem, and she don't understand. People are looking at you for being a 304. They're looking at you for putting yourself out there. Now, granted, Steve Harvey's daughter, Lori Harvey, is out there too. But one thing about Lori Harvey is not bragging about guys that she's using for money. Brittany is. That's what Brittany cannot get. All the spotlight is on you because you're handing out game how to manipulate men in your books and in your vlogs.
Wait. Goes with.
Okay, no, it's not about being a couple.
Stop.
It's about certain permanent decisions.
Okay, if something doesn't work for me, then why would I sit?
If someone's 32, and we've seen this.
We've seen it with Jay-Z and Beyonce. Address them. Okay. Address them. This is on the record. You don't care. Address them.
When did Beyonce have a child by Jay-Z?
When did they start dating?
It didn't matter about the
age gap.
Nobody's caring about it. Hold on.
What's the age gap?
The age gap is significant. However, hear what I'm saying. It's not about that.
Talk about any of this shit.
You got you had a kid by him before he could even really get his legs on.
That was his choice. I don't have to leg lock niggas. You want to fuck me raw and come at me, accept what comes behind it. That
it's
child
even
was
on
planned.
both sides. If it was a woman, if it was a girl who just became 21 and a nigga who was 33 and she was pregnant.
But y'all ain't had nothing to say.
Permanent decisions. It's not about dating. It's permanent.
When Diddy was with younger women, y'all have nothing to say. When Future was with Lori Harvey, it's fucking crickets. No, I'm gonna say people's names because everybody in this motherfucking industry is scared.
She's not realizing that people are only coming after her because of the actions that she's made, how to use men. She thinks that it's here because of her age. She thinks that she's here because of the spotlight. So now she's trying to say, oh, it's biased towards the situation. She's not understanding that you went back and bragged about using this dude. You talked about how to use men and you took advantage of a man, but she's still trying to place blame on somebody else so she could fall back and become a victim. This is something that narcissist women are going to always face. They can never give in and say they were wrong. They have to always point the finger to someone else.
Here to open their mouth, but y'all pick and choose. So what about Future and his bitch now? What's the age gap with that? Why is that not raising eyebrows? Because nobody gives a fuck about what men do. But let a woman be 6 years apart and I'm a fucking predator? Y'all are calling me R. Shelley? Y'all got all these memes and this funny shit? Because at the end of the day, Paul Jermaine Washington III is my child's name. So if people want to have their own opinion about our relationship, that's on you. I could call my baby father right now. He will laugh. He's not going to dispel any rumors because he loves this shit.
No, he's on Twitter subtweeting like, yo, I want to see my child.
He's allowed to.
Why don't you let him see his child? Let's talk about that. Because
first of all,
we already feel bad for him because we feel like before he could even get a max contract, you already got a kid.
So you guys feel bad for someone who moved me in and wanted to give me a baby and named it after him? That's what y'all feel bad about?
We feel like you were.
We have to look at her angle. He's wrong for trying to pursue this relationship in order for he tried to lock her in. That's exactly what he tried to do. That is a beta male move. They don't care how they do it. They're either going to do it through marriage or they're going to do it with a child. He's seen her as being popular and cute, and he tried to lock her in. She's trying to say, this dude knew who I was. He knew who I was before he met me. He pressured the situation.
We're more in control of the situation now.
Control is an illusion. So what are you saying?
Just like if a young woman who said, hey, listen, I met this celebrity at 19 and we start fucking around when we're 21. Even though if you're 21, we're going to feel bad for you because we know what fame and influence brings to someone. Especially with permanent decisions. Just dating, we'll give you a pass. But once you're having kids, you're getting married, of course, those are permanent decisions.
Okay, so...
He's absolutely right. She's still playing the dating game with real women goals and real women rules. When you start having children and you start forming families, it's not about the game anymore. And I told you guys this before. Women live in themes. Their lifestyle is based on themes. Look at how they dress, how they try to make everything match for the theme of that moment. When it's wintertime, they try to dress for the theme. When it's summertime, it's themes. Why? Because this is what they see on Instagram. This is what they see on the internet. They're constantly flickering through themes. So women have designed themselves to only being happy for spare of the moments. Now that the child's here and she has to grow up, she has no idea what to do.
So did I make this child myself, or did it take his nut to make this child?
Obviously, it took Toya.
Oh, it did? Oh,
I don't know how that went down.
Okay. Well, do you know how
he could have probably told you, like, I don't want to do it.
Do you know how life is created?
Yeah, but he could have told you I didn't want that shit. He'll be like, yo,
so
hey,
he didn't want a child, but he's gonna name him the third.
Yeah, after it's gonna happen, because your body, your choice, right?
Oh, oh no, I gave him the option. Whatever you want to do. I love you.
So if he had said, not right now, you'd have.
I would have agreed to it.
So you just.
You have to understand. She was going along with whatever was going to keep her pockets paid, whatever was going to make her the money so she could lock in. And the reason why you have to look at it that way is because before she got with PJ Washington, she had already wrote a book. She had already put out blogs showing women how to use guys who have money. And then she turned around and followed her own rules. So you have to understand, she's being brutally honest, but she's delusional into thinking that she's the victim. She's delusional into thinking that everyone don't see her game and that it's his fault. It's his fault for being a beta male simp. It's her fault for taking advantage of a weak man while trying to say he was grown enough to make his decisions. But everyone knew the game that she was playing. Go over to DJ Akademiks page where you can finish watching the rest of the interview. Comment, like, subscribe to both of my channels. Hasta la vista.